The purpose of today's video is showing the general public how to make a temporary emergency shelter for themselves. When we think of shelter, there's the basics. There's waterproof and holding in warmth and cold for our temperature needs. This is a chip clip or a um, laundry clip. This could be sewn together, or it could be taken apart and folded and put into a bag so that you can grab your emergency shelter and take it with you pre-prepared. If you're not pre-prepared, once the disaster has left your area, and if you have your claimed property but no home to go back to, this is a temporary solution that you can put on your property that will provide you with cooking, shower, and shelter. You know your family. You know what size needs your family needs. But if you don't know, this simple roll technique and then clip saves a lot of time in putting this together. Clip, clip. If you don't know, putting wax or diluted silicone on a sheet will waterproof it. So a plastic tarp gets sun damaged and deteriorates very quickly, whereas a sheet that has been waxed or treated with silicone, caulk, diluted with water, look it up, will last a very long time. That said, the little eaglets, often used in tarps, rip out pretty easily. This is much more secure. Taking a stone or a marble and putting it through here and then tying the string behind it, making this, is more secure. Now this is your shower space. That's why this is like this. It's because you take a section of, let's say, 6 by 5 feet of a solidly secured canvas floor. You raise it off of the ground so that you have a space that is free from dirt, and you can step on this. It is strong enough to actually be a floor. The alternative options for extra strength is just to continue your rope and cross it. That's one securement here. This is a securement over here. And then you have 1, 2. So you have a 4-post securement. Pulled tight enough, it's good enough that you can stand on it without that sag. But to secondarily, you take from this securement over to that securement, from that securement over to this securement, and you just put an X underneath it with rope, and that'll make your floor even more stable. You can do the same thing with the ceiling. So it's an emergency situation, and you found yourself somewhat destitute. This could be a barbecue pit. This could be a small tin. But the point is that you have 2 levels of fire things, of campfire placement. And why you have that is because when you fill this with earth or sand and you set this inside of it, then it's safe. It's not going to start another fire or cause any damage to your property. So this is what I have around. This is filled with earth. This is set into it. The firewood goes in there. This is a fan blade. I'm going to use it as a grill, put it on top of there. Suddenly, I have the ability to use a pot, a pan, a kettle, and I don't want to be in the rain and I don't want to be in the wind. So what I do is I make a second post. From this is the door line, right? Second post, pull the tarp out, and then I'm sitting under this. I'm sitting under shelter with the fire going. There's some wind resistance because the wall is here and the roof is there, and my fire pit is sitting right there on the ground. And it's not in this space, but you're going to have to use a little bit of imagination with this. So, I've heated a kettle, and I have a water bottle. This is 2/3 of the way full. I filled it up at a McDonald's sink. You know, I don't know where you live, but there is access to water somewhere. Creek, sink, whatever. Let's say it's clean water. You get this halfway full, and then you turn your kettle into boiling hot water. You mix it. Suddenly you have warm water. So you have warm water, and you have an open flap space. You secure this with rope from your ceiling, and you just pour it gently. Couple of holes in the cap. Pour it gently. There's a shower, basic shower. This is what you're working with. Take that, flip it upside down. Now you can stand on it. You have a grate that you can stand on, and your feet don't get dirty while you're showering. That said, there are small cookers. Please be safe with them. This is something that I think should be mass produced. I don't think that houselessness should exist because with the right specs, this can fit on a sidewalk. It can go off-road. It can go anywhere. And then one always has access to a sleep space. Pull this taut. It's actually quite comfortable. It's not so comfortable with the sag. So again, your own support frame, your own network. You can do bunk beds. And the nice thing is you take this away and then you have that living space. So, you know, this is set up where you can sit in it. You get a stand for your TV. You put a chair instead of a grate in your shower system. Suddenly it's your office space with a little table in front of it. Then you have your sleep space. You can do indoor living activities. And the biggest thing is that you're not in the elements. This is a temporary shelter that can last about 5 years and costs about $300 to $800, depending on where you get your parts. I've seen canvas tents sell for $5,000. There are RVs and trailers that sell for $3,000 and upward. You know, sometimes in the hundreds of thousands. So this is minimal budget for maximum comfort.